How many times have you seen one of those viral DIY beauty treatments online and thought, I wonder if that would work for me? But then life gets busy and you forget about it, or you never actually get around to trying it. In today's video and in this series, I'm testing out DIY beauty treatments, healthy trends, and products and practices, and giving you my honest answer as to whether or not it's worth it or just hype. Today, I'm trying a viral 3-ingredient DIY face mask that's being called an anti-aging miracle. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what's in it, why these ingredients might help skin, how I made it, what I actually thought. And by the end, I'll tell you exactly where it lands on my worth it or just hype scale for women over 40. By the way, if you're new here, my name's Jenny Tonin and I'm a holistic nutritionist, and I help women over 40 with their metabolism, their hormones, their energy and confidence, and overall well-being in a way that actually fits with real life. And while a lot of my work focuses on what you can do from the inside out, I also love looking into simple, natural things that we can do externally to support how we look and feel. So that's exactly what I'm testing in this series. So this is a simple DIY face mask. It's made with a couple of basic ingredients that most of us already have in our kitchen. So the big question though is this actually useful? Does it help to make your skin look or feel better? Is it worth the time, the mess, the effort, the energy? Or is this just some other silly viral beauty trend that was just made to get clicks and likes? So first, let's talk about what exactly is in this face mask and why these ingredients are being used. So the first ingredient is cornstarch. Now, cornstarch is mainly being used in this recipe as a simple thickener. So it helps to turn the water in this recipe into a thicker, more mask-like texture. It gives that mixture some body so it can actually sit on your face. So in this recipe, I'm not really looking at cornstarch as an active skincare ingredient so much as a base that helps to hold all of the other ingredients together. Next up is coffee. So in this recipe, we're taking coffee beans and grinding them up finely, and it's one of the more interesting ingredients in the recipe. So coffee grounds can provide your skin with several different benefits. They help with what's called physical exfoliation. So that means that if you rub them on your face, they can help to physically rub off dead skin cells from the surface of your skin. And exfoliating your skin helps make it feel smoother, softer, cleaner, and maybe a little bit brighter looking. But coffee also contains polyphenols and other antioxidants. Now, these compounds can help to support your skin in a variety of ways, but coffee contains caffeine, and caffeine is used in all kinds of beauty treatments because it can temporarily help to constrict blood vessels. And that can be a good thing for our skin, especially as we're getting a bit older, because caffeine can help to make your skin look a little bit tighter, less puffy, and a little brighter. Now, next up is coconut oil. So coconut oil in this recipe is used as a moisturizing ingredient. Now, coconut oil can help your skin to prevent water loss. It helps to support that skin barrier. And this can be especially helpful if you have dry skin or if you have eczema or dry patches. Right now, I have a little patch of eczema that I've been dealing with because life's been a bit stressful and it's shown up on my skin. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and use coconut oil. Coconut oil does contain anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties, but the truth is that coconut oil is not perfect for everyone when it comes to skincare. Some people are big fans of it. I've never had a problem. I use it on my skin a lot, but other people find that it can really clog their pores. So if you are dealing with acne-prone skin, or your skin tends to get breakouts or tends to be a little easily congested, then you might want to be careful before going ahead with coconut oil. So there are alternatives you could use. And if I was to make this recipe again, I might consider instead using jojoba oil, extra virgin olive oil, or even sweet almond oil. And these different oils can be better for different people depending on your skin's needs, your skin type, and what you're going for. But in particular, I really like jojoba oil. It's something that tends to be very skin friendly and hair friendly for most people. So now that we know what's in the face mask and why these ingredients might be useful, let's talk about how it actually came together. So the recipe is quite simple and straightforward. You take a cup of water and you add to that about a tablespoon of cornstarch and just stir together until it's all well combined and the cornstarch is dissolved. And then you put it in a little pot and bring it to a simmer on the stove, making sure, of course, to keep an eye on it and stirring it all the time. And you just simply do this for a few minutes to let it reach that desired consistency, the thickness that you're looking for. This time, I probably didn't thicken it as much as I should have in hindsight. And then next, you simply stir in your coffee grounds. It's about a teaspoon or two of coffee grounds. I put in 2 teaspoons and I gently stirred that in, turned off the heat, and finally added in about a tablespoon of coconut oil. And then I stirred the coconut oil in for a few seconds until it melted. And then I put this mixture into the fridge for about 20 minutes to cool off because it literally was boiling hot at this time. We want to be smart and safe with our skin and not put anything on it that's too hot and that could cause damage. So make sure you cool this completely before putting it onto your skin. Patch tests if your skin is sensitive are usually a good idea. I've used these ingredients on my skin before, so I knew that I was going to be okay. Now, the next step is to just simply have fresh, clean skin and gently massage the mask on. Let it dry for about a half an hour and then wash it off. So was it easy? Was it annoying? Did it feel good? Here's my honest impression. So first off, let's talk about what I like. I liked that this was super easy and it was fast and convenient. And I actually already had all of the ingredients in hand, so I didn't have to go out and buy anything. And if you like coffee, it smells fantastic. It smells like a little bit coconutty, but more coffee-like. Another thing that I really liked is that it was really inexpensive. It would have cost less than $1 for the ingredients that I used. So from a cost perspective, this is a really impressive face mask. Now, when it comes to how it felt on my skin, well, I massaged it in gently, felt fine. It wasn't too abrasive. It sort of went on like a regular mask. And then I simply let it dry on my skin. And as it dried, it got a little tight. And I sort of like that feeling with a face mask when it dries and it gets a bit tight, because to me, it feels like it's doing something. And I simply put it on my face and then I let it sit there for about 30 minutes. So this wasn't a high maintenance thing where I had to take a lot of time out of my day to be able to do it, but it was a little messy to wash off. So the coffee grounds, they got on my washcloth, they got in the sink. I don't want to have coffee grinds going down my bathroom sink and maybe eventually clog it. So that was probably the biggest downside for me. If I decide to do this in the future, I'd probably apply this and then let it sit and then go take a shower to rinse it off. So it was a bit easier, but really that wasn't a big deal. But before I share the final results on whether or not I think that this is worth it, I also want to quickly mention something that works for me from the inside out. So if you are interested in easy and effective ways to support healthy skin, hair, and fingernails as a woman over 40, make sure to grab my free daily mix recipe in the description below. This is a simple daily mix that I've talked about before, including a video on how it supported my hair growth after 40. I'll link that up here, but this is not just about hair. The nutrients in this recipe that I accidentally discovered, in addition to supporting healthy hair growth, they also support healthy skin and healthy nails from the inside out. Be sure to grab the free recipe below. Also, if you try this face mask, I want to know in the comments below, what do you think? Was it worth it for you, or was it just hype? So now to the part that actually matters. Did I like the result? After I washed off the face mask, my skin felt really clean and smooth. It felt soft and it looked a little brighter. It looked a little clearer from what I could tell. Nothing super profound, but I was genuinely impressed with how fresh my skin felt afterward. Comparing this to some higher end beauty products that I've used before and some high end facials that I've had, honestly, my skin felt just as clean smooth, soft, and clear and bright as it felt after some of those treatments. And that surprised me, especially when you consider that this cost almost nothing to make and it took really little effort. The recipe, it ended up making quite a bit of the product. It was probably enough for maybe half a dozen or more treatments. So I'm going to keep my leftovers in the fridge just so that they don't spoil. And I'm going to use them over the next few weeks, every few days to maybe once a week, depending on how my skin is. So now let's get to the final verdict. Is this viral face mask actually worth it, or is it just hype? I am rating this on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being just hype. Don't bother. Save yourself the time, the money, the effort, whatever. And number 10 means this is absolutely worth it. Amazing. I love it. This is absolutely something I'm going to add into my regular routine. So I factored in different things on my rating scale. So first of all, ease of method, right? How easy was it? How available were the ingredients? Was it hard to find them and access them? How much time and effort were required? Was it messy? My overall satisfaction with the results? And of course, cost. For this DIY viral face mask, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. It was easy, it was fast, it was super inexpensive, and I already had everything on hand. But in addition to that, I really loved that coffee smell, but it also made my skin feel great. It felt softer, smooth, clean, and bright afterwards. And maybe that was all in my head, but regardless, I felt that, and that influences how you show up in life. If your skin feels great, you just sort of feel better. So the only real downside for me was the bit of mess when I was washing it off. But like I said, I think that can easily be solved by simply rinsing it off in a shower afterward instead of in the sink. So this was absolutely worth it. In my opinion, I will do this again. I will be adding this to my routine, but I'll probably play around with the oil and maybe the quantity in the future. For me, this absolutely was not just hype. Now I'm going to keep on testing DIY beauty treatments, health trends, and different products and practices so that you don't have to wonder if they're actually worth your time. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of this type of content. And if you have a trend that you'd like me to try, let me know in the comments below and look out for it on an upcoming video. YouTube thinks that you're gonna like this video next. As always, I hope that this helped, and I will see you next time.